Can Jose Sanmartin become the latest fighter to pull a big upset in this arena? We've seen plenty of them thus far on this series, guys.
That's a fact.
And I love the way Elijah's coming out, establishing that jab, that rocket jab right away.
This time he's the taller fighter. That jab just threw off Elijah's footing.
You see right away what Sanmartin wants to do. It's what he's done throughout his whole career. He wants to walk you down and work on the inside. And I'm going to steal some analysis from our DAZN colleague Barry Jones as he was calling Sanmartin's fight against Shabazz Massoud. He said that if you're fighting Sanmartin, you need to act like there's an electric current running through the ropes. If your back touches it, you need to get off immediately.
You see, that's exactly what he wants. I mean, he's not coming in with a jab and anything. He's literally just coming in to push you into the ropes so that he can unload.
And Elijah has kept his back off the rope, staying in the middle of the ring, turning him. So he's responding well to that.
Yeah, and as long as he keeps moving, this kind of style is kind of tailor-made for a guy like Elijah. You know, he likes to throw the bomb right hand, the straight left.
Letting his hands go well, fluid right now with the right hook to the body and back upstairs.
Really, the question really is if Sanmartin can take his shots.
Right. We've seen Sanmartin. Yeah, we've seen Sanmartin a couple of times here on DAZN. We saw him against Mauricio Lara back in 2022. He couldn't take Lara's shots.
Nope.
But obviously, as we mentioned, has had much better performances recently, coming off an 8-round unanimous decision over Mauricio Martinez back home in Colombia earlier this year.
And that sneaky left hook from Sanmartin does well against southpaw, so Elijah just needs to be careful with that.
I think Elijah's going to realize the uppercut might be the punch of the night with a guy who fights with his chin.
Tough uppercut.
There you go. You're welcome, Elijah. I'm sure you heard me.
See Pierce looking for that uppercut through the middle. Sanmartin keeps a very compact guard, really over-indexes towards the left side. That left hand carried very, very high to prevent against that right hook from southpaws.
Last time we seen Elijah Pierce in this very building was knocked down, but coming off the canvas, scored a big knockout. So
see, I like what Elijah's doing. Like, he's unloading right now, but before that, he was just touching him. Just touching him, letting him come closer, getting his distance, just touching him. I mean, he's really sitting down at his shots.
Yeah. Not everything breaking through. Pierce trying to pierce the guard of Sanmartin.
And that's the thing. Obviously, that was Elijah Pierce round, but Sanmartin, he'll give you rounds like that. He'll give you rounds and try to work you over, make you tire out, and then he'll unload his shots.
It's obvious that Elijah doesn't want this round, this fight to go the distance. Not the way he established, sitting down little shots in that first round.
He beat the crowd. Sanmartin standing up in his corner.
One to the head, one to the body.
Round 2 underway. Elijah Pierce and Jose Sanmartin. Here in our main event, Elijah Pierce, number 3 ranked 122-pounder in the world according to the WBA.
Yeah, he's ranked in the top 10 in every organization except the WBC. So he really set him. This fight right here is really going to put him over.
You know the man.
Get that shot he wants.
You know the man that he's chasing is in action in just a couple of days.
Yeah.
In a way, will be taking on TJ Doheny. Pierce said he has contingency plans. If it isn't in a way, if he can't get him in the ring anytime soon, he's happy to face Stephen Fulton. He's happy to face MJ Akhmadaliev. Basically, he wants big opportunities, but Jose Sanmartin is the kind of fighter that you have to beat consistently.
think Sanmartin, having more success this round because Elijah chose to fight on the inside and trade with him. So he's landed a couple of left hooks and a great right hand to the body on Elijah.
Corey, you mentioned Stephen Fulton in Inoue. At one point, it was just a thought, but when he ran into Stephen Fulton, he said that he felt disrespected. Now he really is on his radar and wants to fight him.
It's right hand to the body there from Sanmartin. Sanmartin trying to avoid the slow start, the type of slow start that has plagued him at times in his career. Sometimes he can overcome them, like he did in the Carmona fight a couple of fights ago. Started to turn things around when he was able to produce some swelling and hurt his opponent, but can you make those kinds of concessions against a guy like Elijah Pierce?
Good body shot by Elijah there.
I'm curious to know what Elijah's father and trainer wants him to fight. Does he want him to fight on the inside like this, or does he want him to go back and jab and shoot from the outside?
I mean, I don't think that he has to really fight from the outside. He's controlling the fight in the pocket right there. And Sanmartin is not busy enough. Not much. He's getting tapped here and there.
Busy enough to possibly win the round, but he's getting hit. What if one of those shots hurt him?
Final 15 seconds here in round two.
Good right hand.
Sanmartin doing some good work, some sweeping shots up top. And this is exactly how the Shabazz Massoud fight started to look. After a couple of rounds, you started asking yourself, hey, wait a minute, is Sanmartin winning these rounds?
I don't like how Elijah's having his head straight up, though, in those exchanges. He's not getting low or spinning.
At least keeping his hands up as well. There's no stool in Sanmartin's corner. Unnecessary, he says.
All right, let's send it over to Overtime Tom, who's standing by with the quote.
Thank you, fellas. I am here with Clarissa Shields. Now you're out here watching all these fights. I saw you going crazy for the last one with Brandon Adams. Can you talk? You were kind of coaching out there.
I was coaching from round 4 all the way to round 10.
You like what you saw out of him? Good performance?
Yeah, it was a great performance. He was listening. Sometimes I think that fighters need like a little extra motivation in there. And I think that my voice was that motivation. So I'm happy that he came on top and he won. Now he's in the finals.
He did a great job. And now we're watching Elijah Pierce. A good fight here as well. What are you seeing so far?
So far, I think that Elijah is in pretty good control of the fight. But this guy here is very, very sturdy. He comes forward. He's very tough. But I think that Elijah will have to back him up in order to get some respect. But I think the fight is going pretty good right now.
All right, I'm going to put you on the spot. 3 best fighters. Who are your 3 favorite fighters of all time?
I don't got to say myself, do I?
No.
Okay. Of all time, Sugar Ray Robinson, Joe Louis, Muhammad Ali.
Solid list, fellas. Back to you.
Thank you so much, Tom. Some good selections.
She should call Stevenson because she loves that young man.
I was going to say that. Joe Louis isn't on my list, I'll tell you that.
He's not?
No.
I know who's on your list, Tito, so I don't want to hear your list.
Elijah Pierce much busier this round. And maybe hearing the advice of Clarissa Shields, trying to back Sanmartin up a little bit, but to borrow analysis from Clarissa Shields, Sanmartin very sturdy. He's not just going to give up ground easily.
Yeah, and like you said, that pulling out with your chin in the air, it's just not
He just
smart
got hit with a
for a fighter
straight
like
right
Sanmartin.
I like that. You see that lateral moving and shifting to the side is
There
what
you go.
Elijah needs to
Just
do.
like that.
And keep attacking the body like he's been
Just keep
doing.
your hand up. Just keep that left hand up. That's it.
Little sneaky uppercut. Got a slow guy, a guy like this down with body shots, which Elijah has been doing some good work to the body.
Pierce told us that he started actually watching tape of his opponents for the first time. Like many fighters, he was kind of offloading that to other members of his camp. But he said coming into his last fight against Arthur Villanueva, when he got dropped hard, by the way, in round 2, he didn't know anything about Villanueva. He didn't know he'd fought for a world title before. He didn't know he'd sparred Naoya Inoue. He didn't know anything. This time around, he said he watched plenty of tape on Sanmartin.
Did his homework.
That was a good combination. I think that's the combination right there. You go up the middle with the left uppercut and then the right hook.
Yes, that right hook to the body is beautiful.
He has to keep his hands up.
Nice left hooks there from Sanmartin,
There you
though.
go. Yep.
See, he's tapping the right hook and then digging to the body, which is a good shot, but he has to move right there. He did it again. He has to move out the way and spin off from there. Elijah's putting some good work into the body, but stepping out that way is unnecessary. Getting hit unnecessarily. Can't get too comfortable in there with a guy like Sanmartin.
It's a good competitive round.
Good hustle here from Sanmartin again.
I thought, Barack, you were going to say that. You like the way I said Sanmartin.
Your Spanish is getting better.
Nice right hook there from Pierce a moment ago, and now a couple of uppercuts. Pierce going to flurry at the end of the round, and that'll do it for round 3.
Good work from Elijah in that round.
Yeah, it's good combinations from Elijah.
I mean, he's the more
That was
athletic.
like a 7-punch combo right there. He slipped that body shot, came up top with that right hand, and then spinned off to his right, getting himself out of position and so he can't get punched. Good round, but it was also a good round for Barón as well.
But always in the last fight. This is
His best round just now because he didn't get touched. But it was also a good round for Sanmartin
in the dressing room.
Y el gancho, arriba. ¿Cómo te sientes? ¿Cómo lo vas sintiendo? ¿Bien? Excelente.
One of those old school guys that doesn't like sitting on a stool.
Yeah. George Foreman used to do that too.
Well, because he
his
said he
second
got
run.
Yeah. Said it was too much work to get up off the stool.
250 pounds.
Round 4 underway. Elijah Pierce taking the initiative, firing that left hand in the opening seconds of the round.
Way to keep his hands up.
Came in the ring, Elijah jabbing. Then he went right back into the phone booth.
Yeah, two very different approaches to inside fighting here, too, guys. Elijah Pierce, a guy who, Brock, like yourself, started in the martial arts world, started with karate, and kind of has a different view on balance and flow and how he lets his shots go. Sanmartin, much more conventional and compact on the inside.
Yes, and Sanmartin will sometimes square up, you know. But, that was a low blow.
Unintentional.
In his face.
We're seeing what the referee is seeing right now, courtesy of the Vibe Cam.
Okay, I think that's smart. I think that's smart what Pierce is doing. What he's doing is he's going to that body, trying to hurt the body so that he can bring the arms down and stand up.
What's that shot there from Pierce? And there is that body shot.
It's a body shot.
Oh, that one will be ruled low.
That didn't look like a low shot to me.
What you gonna do? You don't want to continue no more?
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
That didn't look like a low blow to me.
I mean, his back was to me, so I can't tell. But that's sad.
Well, Pierce trying to capitalize on that ruling. Sanmartin going down on what the official ruled to be a low blow, but Pierce now all over Sanmartin, banging to the head and body.
I guess that punch did something to him because he hasn't thrown a punch back yet, Sanmartin.
And he did.
Whether it's legal or not, he felt it.
I didn't even see him complain about it being low though. He was squatted down like he got hit with a body shot. He didn't hold his.
What I didn't see is I didn't see the ref say no knockdown. I could have missed it. I'm not sure. I
did
can't
say
wait
no
for the
knockdown.
replay. Okay.
He did say no knockdown. He said it was low.
I didn't see that. You know, I was looking at Martina. I just thought it was a knockdown.
Nonetheless, this has emboldened Elijah Pierce, who's really putting it together right now, but back comes Sanmartin, still firing back with less than 30 seconds to go in round 4.
Seems like Sanmartin has his wits about him again.
It's a big size difference in this ring tonight.
Yep. Good triple hook combination.
Tripling up with that right hand is Pierce, but look at Sanmartin. Again, these chopping shots sneaking in there.
Needs to get out of the line after throwing those shots, Elijah. Take a look at that replay.
I got it.
Okay, this is Elijah going to the body. And that was a
very
perfectly
clean body shot.
placed left hand body shot. It was nowhere near the trunks even.
Nowhere near.
Take another look
Clean
here.
shot.
Oh,
Right in the
one
ribs.
was
That
fun.
wasn't the one.
But that wasn't the one.
That wasn't the one at all. And that one even, it
Here we
hit
go.
the Everlast name, but it wasn't low.
This is the view of the official.
See, the reason why that one even hit the Everlast part is because it ricocheted off the elbow
Right.
of Sanmartin.
The shot
but that
that put him
first
down
shot
was clean.
Was clean. And the ref didn't have that vantage point, and neither did we.
We take a look at the punch stats.
That should have been a knockdown, man.
Elijah Pierce out-throwing and outlanding Sanmartin to this point. Sanmartin more accurate, as you might expect, a little bit more with his punch output. But Elijah Pierce likely deserved a knockdown there in the previous round, and he's coming out firing immediately here in round 5.
And see, the thing is that Elijah knows. He knows that was a good shot, so he knows, okay, he's susceptible to the body with my power.
Yep. He's not worried about the ref right now. He's like, what I'm going to do moving forward to keep attacking that body.
Well, again, as we talked about last round, even before we saw that replay, whether it was low or not, Sanmartin felt it, and he's going to continue to feel it. But now we know that was a shot almost a solar plexus shot.
Almost,
It
exactly.
was not near the belt line whatsoever.
No.
Nowhere near it. Looks like a little blood leaking out of Elijah's nose there. It's good work in the middle of the ring there.
It is, and Pierce, again, is willing to take these shots in order to land his own power shots, which has been a pattern throughout this stretch of his career, the best stretch of his career.
Yeah.
See Andy Pierce in the corner of Elijah. Nice neat uppercut there from Pierce a moment ago.
Good, time him.
He's asking him to time him so he can counter him. But right now, he's just letting Sanmartin get his shots off.
Look for the timing shot.
And
Can't
Pierce,
stay there after those exchanges.
okay, and Pierce is fighting like someone who believes in his fight-ending power. And he has reason to believe it, given his recent results, and reason to believe it because he should have had a knockdown early.
Also, it seems like he doesn't believe that Sanmartin can hurt him.
Right.
He's comfortable in there.
Yep, but you can win rounds by just throwing shots.
Yeah, but he's not
busy
doing enough to
fighter.
win rounds. Sanmartin is not doing enough to win. Elijah's landing the bigger shot throughout the fight. And more shots.
It's an interesting fight to analyze, too, guys, because this is primarily an inside fight. There's a lot of shots being thrown, but there's almost a casual pace about it. Especially
Almost
on
like
the
a
part of
sparring
Elijah
session.
Pierce.
Yeah, right. I think Pierce, what he's trying to do is get him comfortable to let his hands go up top so that he can have that opening once again to crack him in the body.
I think that should be the approach now. Elijah is very comfortable in the pocket. Seems like no shots that Sanmartin landed had any effect so far. But
And movement from Sanmartin, and a nice right hand, and now a left hook from Sanmartin.
can't get too comfortable in there.
Certainly cannot. Elijah Pierce cannot fall asleep at the wheel.
Yeah, he felt that shot. See?
What an end of the round for Jose Sanmartin.
What did I tell you? Like, he can't let him outwork him and land those shots. And then look, that shot right there, whether it hurt him or not, it might have won him that round. I think Sanmartin needs to sit down. That's what I think. That right shot right there was
Take a little break.
beautifully placed. Followed up by a left that he weaved a little bit, but connected. And in this round, it was Sanmartin trying to throw those shots like that, where he's sitting down on him, and Elijah was just peppering him with pity pat shots. And that right hand is the one that caught him, that we said, okay.
That's from standing in the middle, in the line, too comfortable. Happened last time when he hit the canvas.
Sanmartin might have stolen that round.
Guys, I used the term casual in the previous round, and I think especially when you watch that slow down, it's a little bit of a casual approach from Elijah Pierce that got him caught by that right hand that knocked the mouthpiece out.
Right. Yep. Halfway through the fight.
Now he's back on his game, shooting a long jab, straight left to the body, boxing him.
Yeah. Father scolded him in the corner.
Damn right.
Well, the guard a lot higher of Elijah Pierce as well, going back to a more conventional approach here. No more playing around for Elijah Pierce, at least in the opening 30 seconds of this round.
That's right. And let's see what Sanmartin do to try and get in the inside. Already got him on the ropes. Elijah moves around.
That was a right hook there from Elijah Pierce a moment ago, but back comes Sanmartin. And these are the lessons that fighters learn on their path towards those big fights. If you want to be an elite fighter in any division, you can't have those lapses in concentration. Against a fighter like an Inoue, that results in a knockout.
That's right.
100%.
You hear the corner of Jose Sanmartin
saying push him back.
So now they punish him down, they're back on the inside. Elijah works his way back to the outside again.
His left hand comes over the top there from Elijah Pierce. Partially blocked by the high guard of Jose Sanmartin. It's interesting, we haven't seen Pierce go back downstairs with hard shots to the body. Really, since that shot that should have resulted in a knockdown, and particularly with how Sanmartin carries his hands, you wonder why Pierce isn't looking downstairs more.
Well, his corner is to push him back, This motivation, no technical advice right now. You first.
Yeah, in the beginning of the round, he wasn't going to the body because he wanted to stay away. He wanted to stay away and get the fight a long distance with the jab and the straight left. He kind of threw the shoulder in there. So
warning there from the official. Pierce bumping Sanmartin off, maybe using a little bit more forearm than the referee would be happy with. As he places a nice left hand to the body there. There's that whipping uppercut to the body.
it was just a little bit wide and missed him.
I think there's a sense of like just coasting going on right now and no emphasis in trying to end the fight. I mean, look, Elijah's throwing hard shots. But I think he has to turn it into the next gear.
Well, I don't think it's that easy to do that with a guy like Sanmartin. You know, if he would have fought like this maybe the first 3 rounds, maybe he'd be at that point where he's trying to get this guy out of here.
Receiving this WBA title, I look at every single title that I receive as a statement maker. Each time I receive another title, it just brings me one step closer to the world one. You know, so I'm right there, and I'm just gonna continue to follow suit until I get there.
Doing great. You're doing great. Remember what you dream, no? Remember what you dream. Now you might first play. You can buy it.
Sanmartin, por su familia, Sanmartin, su familia.
And if you heard that voice, that was Escandon.
Yeah, it's Oscar Escandon, the former interim world title holder who we saw earlier on tonight.
Against Montgomery.
And despite having his nose shattered by Malik Montgomery, he's back out here cheering ringside. tough man, Oscar Escandón, offering
tough.
his support for Jose Sanmartin as round 7 is underway.
I think I'm going to go over there and set his nose. It's a little crooked stuff.
Listen, stop bleeding.
Oh, yeah. He's a tough warrior.
He's saying for your kids, for your kids.
Trying to motivate Sanmartin in there. Not that he needs it, because he's had his foot on the gas the last couple of rounds.
Sanmartin's son, Kerwin, typically comes to the gym with him every day. Wants to be a boxer as well. Elijah Pierce, I believe, has another child on the way. Is that correct, Rod?
Yes, that's what I'm told.
Yep. That's why he was late to our fighter meetings. He had to tend to his pregnant lady.
Here we go.
There's 1-2 there from Sanmartin. He stabs downstairs to the body.
See Elijah kind of telegraphing a little bit that left hand that he wants to throw. He's kind of loading up.
Guys, I'm starting to feel that maybe Elijah's not going to be able to get Sanmartin out of there. It seems like that ship is starting to sail.
I don't know. I just think the punch has to be placed, you know, and it's just hard to catch a guy like this who's tough like that unless you particularly go to the body. And then when he's in there going to the body, he's getting hit with shots. So now he's deciding to you know, fight from this range right here.
Nice head movement from Elijah Pierce there a moment ago. And to your point, guys, I mean, Pierce has shown that he has fight-ending power. He's shown already that he can drop Sanmartin, and that might have been the 10 count had it been called a knockdown. But plan A at this point for Elijah Pierce might just be to win the rounds. Whereas I think early in this fight, the way that Pierce was fighting, I think plan A was try and get Sanmartin out of there quick.
To get him out of there and get him out of there early. And when you can't do that, you have to be able to adjust. And he is a guy who can fight like this. He is a guy who can box.
I mean, Sanmartin is busier now in answering back at everything that Elijah throws.
Sanmartin just continues to move his hands. Staying busy each and every round. As the seconds tick away here in round 7, as Pierce tries to make a statement at the end of the round.
Sanmartin showing a little showmanship as well. Moving, dunking, and weaving.
Now let's send it over to Overtime Tom.
Thank you, fellas. I am down here with Asadi, Elijah's fiance. How are you feeling watching the fight so far?
Everything's going good. I'm actually really proud of him. He's doing great. I just, you know, my heart's pounding. My heart's pounding. He's doing great, though. He's doing great. It's about to be over.
It's ready to be over. Okay, so you're feeling confident, feeling like he's winning. Tell me about the preparation, the camp going into this.
It's been a long time. He earned this, like, from the ground up. From the last situation, from him being sick, he's completely got up 100%. I love it.
And what is he like on fight day? Like, what is he like all throughout the day before this?
He is like, you know, when you pass a Marine, the one they're quiet and they're like real stern. He's like that. Like, he's like iron completely. But he's focused, completely focused.
We'll end it this round?
That's what I'm hoping. I think so, because the dude he's getting a little woozy.
He's getting a little woozy, fellas. Back to you.
Thank you so much, Tom. The round 8 underway. 3 to go in our main event.
See, right eye of Sanmartin, the eyeball is completely red.
I think Elijah must have heard his wife, his girlfriend, because
he said it's about to be over.
Looks like he's trying to make it over.
Redness of the eye of Sanmartin will have to be dealt with by Cutman Vic, working in the corner of Jose Sanmartin, who's also the most prolific bare-knuckle boxing Cutman, so you know he knows what he's doing.
Everybody gets cut in bare knuckle. We heard his girlfriend yelling earlier, body, baby, body, so even she knows he's susceptible to those hard body shots.
He's giving Sanmartin a little too much room to let those those punches go, those flurries go. He needs to go back to the body like he was doing earlier. Kept Sanmartin honest.
Seems like that straight left hand of Pierce is landing a little bit better this particular round.
See that lateral movement spinning off the opponent after throwing shots is what.
Sanmartin right now just offering just pure volume. You know, not a lot on these shots, but he's throwing a lot of them. He's placing them. Pierce sitting down on his shots a little bit more.
Yeah, he's answering back too. I mean, both guys are working well. I think Elijah's landing the hardest shots, and he's spinning off of him. But see, he can't allow that too much of that.
Pierce found a lane for that uppercut to the body a moment ago. See if he can really sink one of those in. Looks for it again. That one temporarily pops the head back of Sanmartin, but he comes back with uppercuts of his own. Body shot there from Pierce a moment ago. Now Pierce putting his shots together. He might be feeling something right now. But back comes Sanmartin. He's not willing to give ground.
Right. Sometimes you're gonna run into a guy that just can't drop him. You can't hurt him up top. Go back to the body.
That's a good sneaky left uppercut to the body. Right now, Sanmartin is a busier fighter.
This combination up top from Sanmartin, and that'll do it for round 8.
I think took your advice, Barack. They're sitting on a stool now. Sanmartin said he needed a break.
I told you he was tired. I said somebody bring him a stool. This was a good combination by Elijah Pierce, but it didn't start Sanmartin for returning fire. Good left hand to the chin.
Ok, vos se lo preocupa en el medio y enganchalo. O ya la recta con la recta, que la recta, solo enganchalo y lo agarra, vamos. Esa es la mano, vamos.
What's he saying in there?
¿Cómo estamos? ¿Regresado? ¿Puede o no puede? Este tipo es más fuerte. Este tipo es más fuerte que Macayo.
And you're stronger than him.
Familia, vamos.
Do it for your family.
Motivation.
Let's get the energy up, everybody. Let's go with the main event. Get the energy up. Let's go. Round 9 coming up.
2 to go here in our main event between Elijah Pierce, the number 3 rated 122-pounder, as ranked by the WBA, taking on the hard-charging Jose Sanmartin, who has been in his face all night long. But there's a left hand in the face of Sanmartin. One of the best shots of the fight from Elijah Pierce.
I think Elijah usually starts the round off like that and then
Right, and gets
plays a little bit.
inside fight, right? Or you thinking it's just he gets a little winded and that's why he fights inside?
I mean, he's just getting into that comfortable inside, catch and shoot, instead of this approach of trying to really hurt your guy and get him out of there.
Well, going back to what we were talking about earlier, it's interesting because this fight is spent primarily on the inside again, but I don't know that either man has been deeply uncomfortable really at any point in the fight, save for that moment that should have been a knockdown. Again, we keep coming back to that.
Yes. I mean, that could have ended the fight.
It could have ended the fight also.
Well, maybe. I mean, I think he got robbed of a knockout victory, honestly, because that was a 10.
At least a knockdown, because if he was a 10 down, he might have gotten no. If he would have been counting, he might have gotten no. I know he was down there for more than 10 seconds.
I'm not sure I even knew that they didn't count it a knockdown.
Nah, I think he knew. The guy wasn't counting. I was the only idiot that didn't know.
He didn't understand what he said. He doesn't understand English.
Not to belabor the point, but when that happened, the official asked Sanmartin, "Do you want to continue?" Right. So, you know, very strange moment earlier on in the fight, but since then, and Pierce has kind of turned it up a little bit in this round, as is Sanmartin right now. But it feels like there's been a lot of cooperation on the inside.
Yeah. Both guys, I guess, can take each other's power, and they're just in a comfortable place right now in the middle of the ring.
I'm going to tell you, if we go to the scorecards. We've seen enough fights that look like this to know how this goes. Sanmartin is going to say, I moved forward all night long. I more or less matched him in terms of punch output. I just landed a nice right hand there. And I think I won the fight. Just not saying he is, but I can see how this is going.
Flurries from both of them.
Final 30 seconds as the action is picked up. Just a notch here in the 9th round. Chopping left hand over the top there from Sanmartin, and he just missed with that right hand.
It's hard to get to the chin of Sanmartin.
Looks like Elijah looked up at the clock after getting hit with that left hook. He did. They're dapping each other after every round, like good work, almost like a sparring session.
But they're letting their hands go. You know, Elijah comes out, jabbing, counter-punching like that.
I never liked the dapping in between rounds.
Straight left hand, and then he gets caught up with that inside fight. Initially staying away with the jab, and then letting him into range so he can get that right hand off. Sanmartin just landed. Very competitive round. This is where they went back and forth with the flurries.
Don't stay in front of him. You got it, baby. You got it.
There's Elijah's daughter sitting ringside. Watching Dad go to work here in the main event. 1 round remaining. As Elijah Pierce hopes.
I heard she's been videotaping. I think security's going to throw her out. No video. This is going to go stop. This is OTX property.
Elijah Pierce hopes that he can pick up a victory here tonight. Maybe get bumped into that number 2 spot in the WBA, and then maybe force an eliminator bout to maybe force the issue for a world title opportunity. 10th and final round, and Pierce lands a nice lead left hand.
Or maybe if he lets his hands go this round, maybe if he scores the stoppage, maybe that'll draw in a way.
Don't back
if he gets past his next opponent.
Don't put your money on that knockout.
I don't know. We already seen he got the power.
He does. Sanmartin's showed that he's able to take Elijah's power. Elijah landed some big shots out this fight. And from the looks of Sanmartin right now, he's not laying down.
Pierce's corner told him between rounds, don't stand in front of him. I'm sure believing they're ahead on the scorecards and want to see a little bit more movement, not give Sanmartin the opportunity to produce a miracle.
And this looks great to the judges, I'm sure, with Sanmartin being the busier fighter this round so far. This is all Sanmartin wanted for this fight, to be chest to chest, head in his chest, letting his hands go.
Hard body shot there from Pierce. Both men matching one another's punch output. As Sanmartin looks for a left hook over the top there, he finds it. Final minute of this contest. A high contact affair here between Pierce and Sanmartin. We've touted the tiny dimensions of the overtime ring. This one could have been fought very cooperatively in a phone booth. They would have been okay with it.
I believe so. I seen Pierce look at the clock again. I think maybe he's trying to judge the time so he can let his hands go and throw hard shots, and that's exactly what he was doing.
Guys, I think Martin has landed some good shots, but I think the difference in this fight is going to be Elijah's power shots, and he landed more of them.
Oh yeah, there you go. Some of those.
judges Oliver and Gilbert in identical scores of 97 to 93. And Judge Cronin scores at 99 to 91. In favor of the winner by way of unanimous decision. And now, the WBA Continental America's Super Bantamweight Champion, repping the ATL.